Welcome back to Absolutely Focused Radio Podcast. My name is Daniel Nelson, the Bud, your sobriety buddy. Today, I'm diving into a personal story about transformation, one that I hope inspires you to take control of your health and your life. Let me ask you this. What if one choice, one decision could change everything for you? For me, that choice was stopping drinking and taking charge of my health. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. And today, I'm here to share my journey, the lessons I learned, and the facts that might just help you make your own breakthrough. Not long ago, I was in a rough place. My night started with a half a pint of Wray and Nephew rum, just to kick things off. I called it my warm-up. From there, I'd move on to gin, and that night would spiral into a haze. Back then, I used to joke, gin made me sin. But the truth was, those nights weren't jokes. They were cycles. I thought I was living it up, but I was really tearing myself down. At the time, I was taking 2 high blood pressure pills. And even then, my readings were sky high. Every doctor's visit was the same story. Your blood pressure's too high. But I kept ignoring the signs. One day after another, worrying blood test, something clicked. I decided enough is enough. I stopped drinking, took a hard look at my life, and started making changes. Slowly but surely, I began to reclaim control. Fast forward a year, I went back for another checkup, expecting the same old results. But this time, the doctor walked in stunned. She asked me, "What did you do?" I thought I did something wrong. But the truth was, I'd done something right. My blood tests came back clean, no issues, no high alerts. When I told her what I did, cutting out drinking, eliminating negativity, and focusing on my health, she was amazed. That moment proved to me that change is possible. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Here's why these changes matter. Heavy drinking can raise blood pressure by up to 7 points, putting you at a much higher risk of heart disease and stroke. Drinking without eating accelerates alcohol absorption, leading to gut damage, liver stress, and even alcohol poisoning. Alcohol disrupts serotonin and dopamine in the brain, which can worsen anxiety, depression, and even impair decision making. And it's not about physical health. Alcohol lowers your inhibition and can lead to choices you wouldn't make sober. For me, gin made me sin. But for others, it might be something else. Recognizing the impact of these habits is the first step to breaking. One of the most surprising things I discovered during my journey was how people responded when I started to share my story. Sure, some were genuinely supportive, but others, they were full of stool. What I call FOS support. These are the ones who pretend to cheer you on, but when you open up, they start questioning or even dismissing your experience. You tell them about the nights you drank too much, the wake-up call that changed everything, and they say, "Really? Was it that bad? Are you sure that's how it happened?" They tried to re-narrate your story, minimize it, or act like you're exaggerating. And let me tell you, that's frustrating. I remember one time when I shared my story and someone straight up laughed. They said, "You're being dramatic. It wasn't that serious." I'll admit, it hurts at first. But then I reminded myself, they don't know my journey, and they don't have to. My brother once reminded me of something from The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, a book that changed how I approach moments like this. One of the agreements is don't take anything personally. When people dismiss your story or question your truth, it's not about you. It's about them. Their reaction comes from their perspective, their insecurities, or their inability to face their own truths. Now, the Four Agreements sound simple. Don't take things personally. Don't make assumptions. Always do your best. And be impeccable with your word. But let me tell you, living them is one of the biggest challenges you'll ever face. The key is, don't let their doubts or dismissiveness shake your progress. You don't owe anyone an explanation for the steps you're taking to grow. And for those listening, let's flip this. Think about how you react when someone shares their story. Are you truly listening? Are you supporting without judgment? Or are you jumping to conclusions, questioning them, or offering empty FOS support? Let's all strive to be the kind of people who lift others up, not tear them down. Real support is about being present, listening without judgment, and encouraging others to keep going. So if you're listening, and if you've been met with the kind of FOS support, know this: your story matters. Your growth is real, and you don't need to justify it to anyone. I'll be here as your sobriety buddy to guide and encourage you. But the strength is already within you. It's not always easy, but you got this. Keep going. Because the best version is already on its way.
hidden deep in their eyes, while we skate on the surface where the truth slowly dies. Promises like shadows fading into the night, yet the heart keeps calling, echoing the fight. Let love be the fire that lights up the void. If you came in the power, reclaim the ground. Don't let the silence wrap around like a cloak. Time to stand tall, let the heart be woke.